Chase, we're going to look at your video from camp. I'm going to let it run through a couple times, slow-mo the second time, and then I'm going to go back and we're going to break it down, analyze it, make some comments and some suggestions to help you improve.
Chase, Lopez, class of 2029.
Okay, Chase, let's go right back to the beginning. Of course, we'll always get you guys to give your name, your graduation, and hustle into the game. Always make a habit, Chase, of hustling into the football game. You know, no matter whether it's practice, obviously a game, anytime you're called to kick, hustle out there, get your point of placement marked. In this case right here, it's already set up for you right here. So come up here, right when you come up, we're all getting position here. Get that right foot. It looks like you're doing a pretty good job. Get the right foot, get it lined up right in the center of that ball. And ideally, what you're trying to do is you're trying to, of course, as you're jogging up, you want to locate that target. Locate exactly where you want to kick the ball. I'm talking about a precise area. And obviously, it's right above the, gooseneck right there. That gooseneck right in that area, right there in that center right here. So you want to have your aiming points right directly above here. And it could be if you're positioned over here, it might be that pole, whatever it is, you find a precise place, and then you're going to mark your foot right in the spot, right directly behind that football. And let's right here, you're starting to right here, but make sure that foot is right in the center. Your toe is right in the center of that football, and then your toe and everything's lined right toward the target right there. So we're getting in position here. You kind of jump up here. You get up here with one. See, you run up and you put your foot down, and then you start going real quickly. What I'd like to see you do right here, Chase, is get up to the ball, get your foot there, like you've got it, and then get this leg. Go ahead and get this foot right beside it. Go ahead and get right beside it. That way you can get there and pause just a moment. Check your target, glance at it. And the reason I ask you to glance at it, because if you glance at it and then you start your steps back, it's easier once you just kind of glance at where your target is. You got your foot marked there. This foot's closer to it right there. And then you check it, your target, and then you start your steps back. If you'll do that, check that, glance at that target right before you step back, it's easier for you. It's just another way to help you go directly back from that target. And you're doing a pretty good job here, but right now I think you're getting in a little hurry. I don't know because we're filming or what, but you kind of see you run up here and then you get it there and then you go right into it. I'd like you to get up there, pause. Get there, pause. Get that foot right beside this other foot. Glance at the target and then start your steps back. Okay? We'll loosen this up a little bit here. Now right here, I try to get the camera, I'm trying to position right directly behind you right here. I'm trying to position the camera right directly behind this area right here. You're trying to get the target, point of placement. I'm trying to get in line with all 3 points right there, myself, and plus your right foot. So right here, now you start back with your left foot. And a lot of things we work on to try to teach you guys are common denominators, things that are consistent with great kickers, things that most all of them do. And a lot of them, they'll start stepping back with their right foot. You're starting with your left foot, your non-kicking foot. See right here, that's your left foot. Just remember, Chase, everything we're trying to line everything off that right foot. So it just makes sense to start back with the right foot. Plus, it kind of gets you in a good spot. Like here, see, you go left, right, and then your left foot, you're kind of drifting a little bit away from the ball. See right here, you drift, left foot right here drifts a little way. See, I can see the football. See the football right there? I can see it, and I shouldn't be able to see the football. your foot ought to be over just a little bit over this way, just this direction right there. Okay, so you're a little off right here. And see, again, we're trying to get that line right there, the ball and where your foot is. You can just see right there where you're kind of off just slightly. It's slightly, but it's important. You got to be in a precise spot each time. But then watch right here. See, you finish up. Your third step is there. I'd rather see it be like this. You start. This would be your right foot, then your left foot, and then your right foot would be the last step here. Instead of bringing your right foot to the end of it. See right here, you bring your right foot. So please consider, instead of stepping back with this left foot first, step back, put your feet side by side. Your right foot's directly behind the football right there. Get side by side with your other foot, and then start with this step. Your right foot, left foot, and then your right foot, and then you got your right foot all aligned with the target and point of placement. So consider that. Also, come up here, glance at the target, get your foot right there in the middle of the football, the left foot tighter. Glance at this target here before you step back, then start right foot, left foot, right foot. Now you're at 3 steps. So please consider doing that. It's just a little thing, but you're off just a little bit right here. See right here? Now here's how we'll show it. We'll look at it this way. Okay, now there's where your foot is. So there's the center right here. Trying to be at that center of that. There's the dead center. There's the football. And there's your foot. That's why when we position behind you like this, it's easy to tell if you're a direct line. So you're a little too far to the left here. It's a subtle thing, but you're striving for. You're going to mark your steps every time the exact same way while you're kicking field goals to your high school and college career. So you might as well be near perfect at it. Okay, so you're off a little bit here to the left. Now I notice here that's a wide lateral step. That's too wide. You ought to be right about to there. That's it. That's plenty right there. You're getting over too wide. I see how your left foot's kind of turned out. Now you're doing a good job on the 90. Your 90 looks pretty good here. You're going lateral right there. That's a 90. And of course, the 90, what we're talking about, we don't want to be that. That's not a 90. That's not a 90. A 90 is just a 90 right there. Okay. So you look pretty good there, but what's this second? It's too wide. And then what's this one? You go over here now. Look how your foot's. You already turned your foot. You already turned your foot to the right. So what's your left foot? It's turned out there, but again, I think you're too wide. Right about there's plenty. Really, probably about like there. That's plenty wide right there. And look how much farther you go. And you have your foot down. So you want to be duplicate, exactly what you're doing, but you come here now, you're already you're trying to go ahead and anticipate you're going to put your foot there, so you're getting ahead of yourself and turning that foot. See how you keep your feet, see how your feet are straight down the field right here? Keep them that same way, straight down the field when you're doing these lateral steps. Don't turn your feet. See, turn it to the left there. Look at your foot's turned to the left. The right foot looks good. And then when you come here, this next one, you turn it inside. Just keep them the same position as this foot right here. You want the feet straight down the field as you're doing those lateral steps. Straight down the field. Keep them straight down the field. And you also see how you're on that circle right there. You stayed pretty good, but right there, you got it right there. Now look how wide this one is, and this one isn't the same. It's you got your body turned. So you already turned before you finish. Duplicate it, finish right there, and then pivot as you bring that foot back like that. Then bring this foot, pivot it towards. It'll be straight ahead. Just pivot it right towards where that plant foot's going to be. It looks like you're doing. You look like you're there. Let's see here. It looks like your foot may not be pointing exactly where. See right here. Now there's a shadow, but it doesn't. Your foot looks like it's aiming there to me. It needs to be aiming here. And again, if you'll do that instead of your shoulders being real narrow, they'll be wider, and I can see more of your shoulders because your whole body's going to be aiming towards this mark right here. And right now you're kind of aiming right toward here. You're kind of aiming this way. Okay, so get that. That's important. Get this foot in the right spot. Now, once you get here, again, I think you're kind of rushing because we're filming. So you go right to here, and then you roll right into it. Let's just watch this real quick. Watch this again. Watch how you roll into it. So you roll right into it. That chase is not going to happen in a ball game. You're not going to have that time. You're going to come right to here. Again, you'll start up here, pause, get both feet together, start back to that right foot, 1, 2, 3 with the right foot. Then you're going to take a shorter, little, not as wide lateral step, about like that. Duplicate it. And I just think you got yourself a little too wide. You're going to get right here, get in your stance. So you're in your stance now. We're going to get this foot. We're going to get it straightened up a little bit, get it toward the point of placement right here is this foot's going to be going towards that, and then the left foot's going to be aiming right toward where the plant foot's going to be. Okay, that's where you get the little rail effect. Left foot's going that direction, right foot's going to the ball. Your kicking foot. Okay, left foot's aiming right toward the plant where it's going to be. Okay, when you get in this position here, you should pause. You're in your stance, pretty good body lean here. Glance at the target again, and then so your eyes will be going to here, glance at the target, and then bring it right back down to where the ball is. Okay? And that's actually going to be the left arm of the holder. He's going to have his hand hit there, and then as he raises his hand to catch the football, that's when you're going to be going, as we explained in the camp. But you need to pause here. So you're going to go here, go lateral, lateral, get in your stance, pause, glance at your point of your target there, your precise target. Bring your eyes back down. It's going to be like it's almost going to take you 3 seconds here for all this to happen. Once you get in your stance, so you're going to glance, come right back down. You're going to pause. You got your holder in a game situation. He's going to have to raise his hand, give a ready call, however they do it, and then it's going to take a few seconds. You're not going to go get right here in the game, get here and go. That's not going to happen. So you need to practice like it's going to be in the game. So get here, get your stance, pause, look at your target, come back down here, maybe give a 1001, 1002 count, and then you're gonna lean, take your jab step, and then go. So just the timing thing got to work on there. So I hope that makes sense to you. And then right here, I like to see this leg. You got that leg bent right there. I want to see that leg kind of straight, not locked, but just straighter. From the back of your heel all the way back your neck, I don't want to see much of a bend right here. Because that back leg, all that is your body is just going to kind of lean off that back. The whole body's going to lean off that back leg, and this foot's going to come up off the ground just a little bit, and you're going to take a short jab. So as you lean, this foot will come slightly off the ground, just ever so slightly, just probably still touching the blades of grass. It's going to take a short jab step right there. So your initial movement will be a lean to the jab. Your body will initially lean, and then you'll take a slight jab as you go. And you're kind of doing it here, but I just want to be cleaner. And I want that leg straight. So when you get to this point right here, see how you're leaning off that back leg. But again, I want that leg, I want it straight. I want it straighter from the back of this heel back to your neck. And you can see your bend right here. You're kind of bending that leg, and you don't need to do that. So right here, when that foot comes down, and again, look how you got the toe up. That's really too far of a jab, but you're having to do the jab. You know why you have to do that big of a jab? Because you got your steps too wide. Look how wide you are. It's just too wide. This one, these two should be identical steps. Look, that one's a wide one, and this one's a shorter one, and you got your foot turned. And it's all because you turn that foot too. That's a big part of that. So we're going to go a little more narrow on this, about there on your lateral steps. So that first step will end right about here. The next one's going to be about duplicate right there, and then you're going to be a whole lot better position. You're too wide here, and then that jab right here, this jab right there, can be shorter, and just barely off the ground, just right there. And I don't want to see. I shouldn't even see any air. Just barely come off the blade of grass right there, just right there. Now your body position is pretty good here, with the exception of your leg right there. I want to see it all straight right there. Okay, now you're going, your eye contact's good. Good drive step here. Plant should be going toward the target. Looks like you're doing a pretty good job there. You're kicking off a block. This is where it's a little tricky here. We got to look here. You got to look like maybe a 1 inch. It looks like you might be, you look pretty good position. You might be a little wide. I don't think your foot's that big. You might be a little wide to the ball, just slightly. So you're kind of having to reach right here for it. And that just comes up with doing one-step drill and repetition, working on that. But you might be kind of wide right in here, right there in that, from that area between the ball there. I want to see this drawback right here with your leg. I want to see it more like, I want your thigh, so your leg's down like this, like this. I'd rather see your upper leg like this and your lower leg like that. Get a little more, but I believe what the cause in this right here, I'll put part of the cause here, way to improve that is watch this right here. You're not skipping. So if you don't skip, your kicking leg has to come down. See how your kicking leg has to come down real quick? So your body, believe it or not, preparing right here, it knows from previous kicks that this leg, once you go through the ball, it's got to come right back down to the ground to catch your bounce because you're not skipping. So we got to work on that skip, Chase. You got a lot of good things going for you here. I'm being real nitpicky. You're at that point where you need to be. We need to get you tweaked a little bit, get you more advanced. You're doing some good things, but we got to work on those little things. So right here, you go lean to the jab. And another thing that'll help you too, what may help you is don't have this leg so far back in your stance. See how back it is? Maybe bring it right about here. That may help you on that jab too. We want a little more concise, shorter jab, but it all starts with you getting you don't want to be too wide. You should be probably right in this area right there. Okay, so work on that. Plant looks pretty good. Might be a little wide, far from the ball. Looks like you kind of wrap a little. See, you hit that right panel a little bit. Your foot looks pretty good position here. You know, you toe a little bit right there. You just try to keep that foot. Don't let the toe get down too far to the ground. But you make right there looks pretty good. You just kind of reaching though, but you do kind of catch that right panel a little bit right there. See how it comes immediately right off right there to the left. You kind of catch. You don't catch all center mass of it. You kind of catch a little favor to the right a little bit. And it could be, again, that plant foot just being a little wide. Left arm looks good. Try to finish with the left arm. You got it here. Try to finish it right here. If you don't finish down, try to finish clean right across here. If it was low, you could finish a little high. If it's right there parallel, right there, like you got it right across. So you got a good looking arm there. Let's watch the right arm. Just let this right arm kind of lag back. Don't let it get up into here. Just let it kind of lag behind. It just hangs back. Stays right there. And just kind of keep it uninvolved. Left arm's pretty good, but we got to work on that skip. You see how you're getting right there. Your leg swing's going to go up towards your left shoulder. Your kicking leg should swing right up toward the left shoulder. And it starts there, but watch what it does. It gets to your waist and then it goes left. It goes left right there. See it? And then your left arm's kind of coming down. Your upper body's pretty good position. I'd rather you keep your eyes down though. Keep your eyes downward. Don't let them. Don't start you're kind of following the ball. Just kind of keep your head in that same position you got it. You see how your body's kind of coming up. You're kind of coming up. Your head right. Once you get down to where contact is, I want to keep. You just pretend there's like a ceiling right there, and you don't want to go up and hit the ceiling. You want to keep your head right in that, pretty much that same place. Kick through the ball, but you're not skipping. Now see where your leg swings. Look where your leg finishes. That's about where your skip ought to go, right in that direction, right there. So work on that skip. It's going to, Chase, it's going to give you all kinds of more power. It's going to allow this leg, if you'll skip, it's going to allow you to have more power here. That leg will be able to come up and whip faster, more leg speed, more transfer of energy right here, more power and height. Let that leg go on up, skip, land on that plant foot, and then slowly bring that kicking leg down. Your kicking leg looks like it's in the right direction. It's just you're not skipping. So work on those things, buddy. You got some good things going. We got to tweak it and get ready for the season. So keep working it. Good job at the camp. Okay, Chase, going to do a little extra for you here. Got a little comparison. This is an outstanding college kicker who just graduated. Very talented NFL caliber kicker. I'm going to kind of do a little comparison for you. And this is where I started right here at where we got the ball, foot contact right here. And just once you look, we talked about maybe you're too far away from the block here, and just you can kind of see it right here, the distance, kind of the distance he is and you are. You kind of just see a little bit of distance there. That's what I think you're doing. Also, I want you to watch your body position is pretty similar. You can kind of see. I'm gonna kind of freeze it right here, lock it. You can kind of see right where his arm is. He kind of comes low, but look how high his leg comes up. See how high his leg is right here? Look at that. That's what I was talking about. You're going to have a little more flexibility there. Again, still pretty similar body position. You can look at the distance. Now you got a little shadow right here, but I think you're just slightly too far away from the football. And again, that could be because of your alignment on your starting point. Now watch as he makes contact with the ball. You can kind of see how he's coming in. You've got your foot. Your toe looks like it might be a little high. Usually you want to try to keep just a very slight, your toe slightly lower than the heel. You kind of see how his toe slightly lower than the heel. You make contact with it. And watch the difference right here. Watch when he comes up through the ball. Look at your foot. See how your toe's already coming up? And right here it goes underneath the armpit. You can see yours starting to go left. Watch his. It continues on up. And watch his skip. Look right here at the skip. And plus, look at his eye. Look at his head position. Look, you're following the ball. He's not following. Watch his head. He's keeping his head in the position it's supposed to be. Right there. Look at your head looking at the ball. And remember what I was saying earlier too. There's like a ceiling right here. There's like a ceiling right here. And watch what happens here as you kick. You're going up into the ceiling. See how you're raising up? Just kick. Watch how he kicks through, and then watch his leg. His kicking leg is heading right toward his left shoulder. Watch it go through. Watch his body, his torso. Look at it turn right here. He's getting that. His hips rotating, getting the torque. Watch how he skips through. And he lands. Look how he lands. Nice and clean. Look at his body. See how your kicking leg's already, it's coming across your body here and you're falling to the left. You're out of control. So really work on that. This is great video for you to show you the finer points, how you want to finish. You're doing a lot of real good things. I want you to work on the focus on your finish like this. Look how he can control his body he is right here. Look at this. He's done. Look how good control he is. He's done. Let's take it on back. I'm going to reduce this down a little bit. Let's go on back here. I want you to watch this part right here. Okay, watch how he marks his steps off. This is what I was talking about earlier. I'll just let you watch this right here. Right here he goes. Watch this. He pauses. Look at his feet side by side. He steps 1, 2, 3. Now that's how you do it. 3. He takes an extra step, which is 4. All he's doing, it's an alignment step. I recommend you doing this. So again, watch it right here. 1, 2, 3. There's your third step. If that's all you want to do, then you just bring that left foot to there. He takes an extra step. He checks his alignment. He's making sure this foot, the ball which is in front of his hip, and all the target are all in the same line. See, I can't even see the football here. See right here, I can see the football. So you take opposite step. Again, watch him right here on the step. This is something real crucial. Just duplicate what he's doing right here. Look at his feet side by side. His foot's right in the middle, going to be right in the middle where the football's going to be, or right at the point of placement. He goes, steps back 1, 2, 3, 4. Checks his alignment, then he comes right back. He's right back to here. See, that's where you are here. Now let's watch your lateral step here. There's yours. Let's watch his. See the difference? Look how wide you are. And again, watch him here. Lateral. And then watch him duplicate it. Look at his feet pointing down, straight down the field. Lateral. Look at his feet still pointing straight down the field. Right here, watch yours right here. See your foot's turning out. See how his are straight? Now look at his other one. He takes his feet on his last step, and look where yours is turning in. See how you're turned in, and here's look at his. See how your foot's turned in right here? His are still straight down the field. And then watch what he does right here. Watch how he does this. He comes from here, lateral, lateral, and watch how he just pivots. He's just kicking foot behind, and watch him pivot that left foot and point it right towards. He points it right towards where that plant foot's going to be right there. Keeps his shoulders, gets everything all lined. Watch out now. He'll bring that kicking foot up there. He kicks the ground a little bit. Now look how his stance is. Now he's in his stance right there. Let's look at you in your stance. You kind of see how the difference is? And both angles of the camera, and while this looks, you might say, well, this is a different angle. No, it's not a different angle. This is not a different angle. Again, the camera is right back directly behind the ball right here. The camera is right back in here where the ball is. So you can see how his body's aiming more towards right here. That foot's aiming there. That foot's going to the ball. Yours is aiming over here. And then, of course, that's where you're going to end up stepping towards the ball here. But you're going to have to straighten that foot out as you take that step. Straighten it out. You're going to need to straighten out. Now, watch this right here. And this is where we get to this point here. So, get in your stance. Kind of narrow this stance just a little bit. Don't have your foot so far back. Just kind of bring it up here. See how he is here? Now, watch his jab step right here. Watch. Now, right now, see, he's looking at, the holder's looking at him. We've got a holder and we got a snapper. But right now, he gets in his stance. The holder's looking at him. Watch him glance at his target. He's glancing at his target. The holder's still looking at him. He comes right back to the holder. Now the holder's getting ready to call the snap. See the delay that's there? There's a natural delay when you're working with the snap and holder. So you're going right here, and then you're going right into it. You're rolling. So Chase, practice it like it's going to be in a game. You got a snapper and a holder. Just going to have to simulate it. Pretend they're there, and the timing and everything that it takes to do everything that's going to be done as a unit in a ball game. So watch him again here. He gets here. He's in his stance. Look how that back leg's nice and straight. The back of his neck, back of his heel. He's in his stance, glances at his target, comes back, looks at the holder, right there. Now the holder calls the snap. There's a couple second delay right here. Now watch the holder's hand comes up. He's calling for the snap. The moment that hand comes up, what's the kicker? Watch his upper body lean. See how he's leaning? He's leaning. And what's that jab? Look how short it is. Real short, concise. And look at that back leg. You got a big old jab right there. And then right there where you are, look how your legs bent. See, I want to have this nice and straight, and your legs bent pretty good there. He just pivots, gets in position, gets his feet aligned, gets in his stance, and then his whole body leans here. That back leg's just like it's just a stabilizer. Just allows the body to be stable as he leans to the jab. Watch it one more time here. The ball comes, the hand comes up for the holder's hand comes up, the kicker leans to the jab. There's his jab, drive step, plant. Look at that pullback. Almost froze you at the same spot. You can see how much higher he is. You can see how much higher his leg is over here compared to yours. And it goes even higher right there as he kicks. See, now he's got it right there. And all that is he skips at the finish. And you've got to work on that skip. Real good video for you here. Take advantage of it, Chase. Review it. Work on one-step kicks and focus on these things we talked about in this video. You're going to have a great season. Great job at the can, buddy.